They say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But would it kill Hollywood to mix things up every now and then?
What are you talking about?
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 overused movie ideas. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking at plot-related elements that we've seen again and again on the silver screen. While there are many outstanding movies with these ideas in them, they've overstayed their welcome in some way or another. Also, our focus is on elements of the story, so studio decisions like remakes and reboots will not be considered.
It just couldn't happen.
Number 10. Gangs, Mafia, Organized Crime.
Got a problem with what I did, Anthony?
No. Hey, no.
A good gangster flick is a guilty pleasure with no equal. With gratuitous violence, sex, and drug abuse typically in the mix, you can be sure to have a ball with your run-of-the-mill Mafia movie. On top of that, the best ones are incredible.
I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
We are very thankful for Goodfellas, Pulp Fiction, and The Godfather. But these icons have been copied again and again.
I bought myself enough cops. I know what I'm talking about.
Does every gangster movie have to take place in New York? Do all of the mob bosses on the planet use the F word every 4 seconds? And what's with all the eating scenes? Or have the same characters and plot points been repackaged with varying degrees of success on countless occasions?
I'm sure the officer didn't stop us by accident. You wouldn't happen to be carrying a message, now would you?
Number 9. Talking animals.
I feel heroic and handsome.
Animation is undoubtedly the perfect medium for a wisecracking animal with the ability to talk. While familiar, some of these animated features are actually a lot of fun. Live-action movies with talking animals, however, are usually a recipe for single-digit ratings on Rotten Tomatoes and bafflingly high box office earnings. The latter is the unfortunate result of these movies being highly watchable for young children. Why did Dr. Dolittle warrant multiple sequels? How on earth was Academy Award winner Kevin Spacey convinced to play a talking cat?
Get me out of here.
And what is a squeakquel anyway? These are just a few questions surrounding this overused movie setup.
Oh, it is on like Donkey Kong.
Number 8. Sword and Sandal movies.
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus.
This genre largely encompasses biblical, Greek, and Roman epics, like Spartacus and the Ten Commandments, making a much-deserved comeback in 2000 thanks to the critically and commercially acclaimed hit Gladiator.
Are you not entertained?
This new generation of sword and sandal films came with emotional weight and superb acting to back up their appealing looks. Perhaps studio executives saw this as an easy cash grab, because each year we've been given 1 or 2 new installments in the genre, typically with noticeably diminishing quality.
Stand your ground!
Today, sword and sandal movies are frequently plagued by bad acting, cringeworthy accents, and 2-dimensional characters. No amount of bronzed six-packs will salvage this genre, but that doesn't stop people from trying. Number 7. Cowboy Cops.
Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
There seems to be no shortage of damn good cops that police chiefs constantly urge to play by the rules.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
More often than not, these cops are forced off the case, and instead, they impulsively decide to quit. The screenwriting team behind Cowboy Cops is cliché practically to the point of parody. Some notable bad boys in cowboy cop lore include Dirty Harry, Die Hard, and Beverly Hills Cop.
Cover me.
There's no denying how cool these guys are, but sadly, we may very well be out of cool capital for this overused trope, at least for the time being.
You wanna play some bullshit, Cowboy Cop? Go do it in somebody else's precinct.
Number 6. Time travel.
If you're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style?
For the foreseeable future, time travel is strictly a sci-fi plot point, and not a reality. This theme has been utilized for comedy in Back to the Future and Groundhog Day, action in The Terminator, and somewhere in between in Donnie Darko.
Do you know anything about time travel?
The list of time travel flicks goes on, and there are a few commonalities that nearly everyone would include. In particular, it seems as if no movie character can go back in time without screwing up the present in some way. Perhaps this plot device needs to be put to rest, or given a new spin.
What day is this? It's February 2nd.
Number 5. Post-apocalypse.
Why are women infertile? Why can't we make babies anymore?
For one reason or another, we as a society love using film to explore the idea of life after the apocalypse. The stark contrast between our busy lives and increasingly ubiquitous technology and the bare bones way of life in post-apocalyptic times is palpable in each of these films. And mankind's inherent good is questioned time and time again in a typical post-apocalyptic movie.
And to the dust we shall return.
A close cousin of the overused zombie apocalypse trope, this genre frequently utilizes dreary landscapes, grotesque mutations, and pillaging bands of thieves to get its message across. Some of the best entries in the genre include Children of Men and the Mad Max franchise. But of course, they've seen their fair share of copycats.
We had a deal!
Number 4, Alien Invasion. This genre can be separated into two distinct subgenres. The heady, thought-provoking contact films like Arrival, which open up discussion and warrant critical acclaim, and mindless, destructive invasion movies that typically come out at the peak of blockbuster season and rake in millions.
Welcome to Earth.
The latter has seen success, notably with the fun-filled Independence Day, and disappointment, as with the anticlimactic Independence Day sequel. The computer-generated destruction of cities has been done so frequently, they might as well use stock footage to save money. And plot structure and character development continue to be paper-thin in most alien invasion flicks.
You're the only thing I need in this world, and I'll do anything to make it up to you, I promise.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Number 3, Disaster.
I really have a bad feeling about this.
Plane that's gonna crash land, an earthquake that will destroy a city, or a storm felt round the world. Your typical disaster film may have a different spin on it, but really it's the same premise in a different outfit.
What is that?
That's a pyroclastic cloud.
A group of protagonists must survive the night or get out of a doomed area. Not everyone will make it, and the best-looking characters will share a passionate kiss at the end. This idea is so overplayed it's been spoofed several times. Successfully in some and quite unsuccessfully in others. Surely there's gotta be a better way to entertain the masses, right?
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Number 2, The Chosen One.
You were the chosen one!
It stands to reason this list will step on some toes, as some of the most beloved movies have these tropes written all over them.
She's only interested in you because she thinks you're the chosen one.
But I am the chosen one.
The idea of the Chosen One is no exception. Harry Potter, Anakin Skywalker, and Neo have all had their lives changed overnight due to some prophecy or twist of fate that's destined them to save the world.
He is the one.
That being said, the argument can certainly be made that this opens the door for some lazy screenwriting. Instead of well-thought-out cause and effect, a protagonist can be thrust into the action because of fate and nothing else. And don't even get us started on the cliched Christ figure imagery that Chosen Ones love to utilize. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable, or in this case, dishonorable mentions.
Me? A princess? Shut up!
Number 1, superheroes.
I am Iron Man.
The modern era of non-stop superhero movies was kicked off when Robert Downey Jr. showed us how badass Iron Man could be. Since then, we've collectively drooled over the MCU as breathtaking blockbusters rock our world year after year.
And tell him to suit up. I'm bringing the party to you.
We've also held our breath with each DC installment, hoping this will be the one. There have been high points and low points, but ultimately the minds behind superhero movies seem to have found a formula that works. But it's a formula nonetheless. Deadpool might have subverted that formula, but the fact is, the superhero genre is living on borrowed time.
Did I leave the stove on?
Just like eating cake for breakfast every day, superhero flicks will get old eventually. And the magic of that well-advertised superhero blockbuster loses a little of its luster each time around.
I can't tell if you're joking or not.
He's being fully serious.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.